Have you ever stepped out of the shower, thinking you've done everything right, only to later struggle with recurring skin issues, odd odors, or infections that seem to appear out of nowhere? You're not alone. As we get older, the way we care for our bodies matters more than ever. And yet, there's something most of us don't realize. Missing just one small spot during your shower could slowly be putting your health at risk. I know that sounds dramatic, but more and more research is showing the connection between overlooked hygiene and serious conditions like fungal infections, chronic inflammation, and even circulation issues. And here's the surprising part. It's not because we're careless. It's because many of these body parts are hard to reach, easy to ignore, and over time, they quietly collect bacteria, sweat, and dead skin. So in this video, we're going to walk through 5 specific areas that most people over 60 forget to clean properly, and why those few extra seconds in the shower could add years to your life. Stick with me to the end, because I promise, once you know what to look for, you'll never shower the same way again, and your body will thank you for it.
Let's start with a part of the body that rarely gets talked about, yet plays a critical role in your daily comfort and long-term health: the groin area. Now, I get it. It's not the most comfortable topic, but staying silent about it doesn't make the risks go away. In fact, for older adults, this is one of the most neglected and most vulnerable parts of the body. As we age, our skin changes. It becomes thinner, looser, and more sensitive. We also develop more skin folds in areas like the inner thighs and groin. Add in common issues like incontinence or limited mobility, and you've got the perfect conditions for moisture to build up and bacteria or fungi to thrive. And here's the real danger. Infections in this area don't stay small. Because it's so close to lymph nodes and vital structures, even a mild rash or irritation can quickly turn into something more serious, like a yeast infection, jock itch, or cellulitis. I've known people who ignored a little itching and ended up with weeks of painful treatment. That's why daily care in this area is non-negotiable. But how you clean it matters just as much as the fact that you do. Skip the rough scrubbing. Instead, use warm water, mild unscented soap, and either your hands or a soft cloth. Clean gently between folds, rinse well, and most importantly, pat the area completely dry. Never leave moisture behind. That's where trouble starts. If you struggle with incontinence or sweating, a light dusting of talc-free powder or a barrier cream can make a world of difference. It not only reduces friction and irritation, but it helps prevent breakdown of the skin before it starts. This isn't about vanity. It's about dignity, about comfort, about protecting a part of your body that supports how you move, how you sleep, and how you feel in your own skin. So tomorrow morning, when you're in the shower, don't rush through it. This area deserves just as much care as your face or your heart, because when it's neglected, it can quietly steal your well-being without you even noticing.
Now let's talk about an area that doesn't come up in everyday conversation, but absolutely should. For many older women and some men as well, the area under the breasts becomes one of the most irritated and overlooked parts of the body. And it's easy to understand why. This skin fold is warm, hidden, and often pressed under clothing or undergarments for most of the day. That creates the perfect storm: moisture, friction, and lack of airflow. What you get from that combination is something called intertrigo, a red, painful rash that starts small but can turn into open sores, fungal infections, or long-term skin damage if not caught early. What makes it even trickier is how easy it is to ignore. You might not see the area clearly in the mirror, or maybe you feel embarrassed to talk about it, even with your doctor. But here's the truth. This isn't about appearance. It's about protection. Factors like weight changes, aging skin, breast surgery, or just gravity over time, can make this area more prone to moisture buildup and irritation. But the good news? You don't need fancy products or expensive treatments. What you do need is a few mindful seconds each day. When you shower, gently lift the breast tissue and clean underneath with mild soap and warm water. Rinse thoroughly, and this is important. Pat the area completely dry with a clean, soft towel. Never leave it damp. If you tend to sweat or feel discomfort during the day, try applying a small amount of talc-free powder or cornstarch to keep the area dry without irritating the skin. This isn't just about staying comfortable, it's about preserving your skin's integrity. Because once the skin in this area breaks down, healing can take weeks, sometimes longer. And that can lead to real pain, reduced mobility and lower confidence. So take this moment to tune into your body. Just because this spot is hidden doesn't mean it's not important. A few gentle steps done with care can go a long way toward keeping you healthy, comfortable and confident in your own skin. Now let's talk about a place you probably haven't thought about in a while. Your belly button. Yes, your navel. It may be small, but it plays a bigger role in your hygiene than you might imagine. For most people, the navel is easy to forget. It's just there. Quiet, hidden, rarely noticed, and even more rarely cleaned properly. But here's the truth. Your belly button is a tiny pocket where moisture, lint, dead skin, and even soap residue love to collect. And when that buildup sits there day after day, it becomes a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. That's why more and more older adults are being diagnosed with something called umbilitis, an infection in the belly button that often starts subtly. A little redness, a strange odor, maybe some discharge. But if left untreated, it can become painful, inflamed, and even require medical attention, especially in people with diabetes or weakened immune systems. And here's something most people don't know. In severe cases, the debris in your navel can actually harden into something called a navel stone, a foul-smelling, dark mass that has to be removed by a doctor. It's rare, but it happens more often in seniors, simply because flexibility and visibility decline, and it's easy to miss. So, how do you care for this tiny but important area? It's simple. During your shower, take a soft washcloth or wrap your fingertip with a bit of cotton. Use warm water and gentle soap, and clean inside the navel. Not too deep, just enough to remove buildup. Once done, make sure to dry it thoroughly. That step is just as important as cleaning, because leftover moisture is the perfect environment for bacteria to grow. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you really paid attention to your scalp? Not your hair, but the skin underneath it. Most people, especially as they age and experience hair thinning or baldness, start to think the scalp doesn't need as much care anymore. Why wash it regularly, they wonder. There's barely anything up there. But that's exactly where the problem begins. Even without a full head of hair, your scalp is still skin. And not just any skin. It's home to some of the largest and most active sebaceous oil glands in your entire body. That means it produces oil more quickly and traps more dead skin, sweat, and pollutants than you might think. When these build up, they can cause low-grade inflammation, the kind you don't see but your body feels. Over time, this leads to itching, flaking, blocked hair follicles, or even infections that weaken your skin's barrier. And here's something fascinating. Your scalp isn't just about hair. Gentle scalp massage and regular cleansing have been shown to improve blood circulation to the head, enhance lymphatic drainage, and even support mental clarity and reduce stress. Think of it like a mini workout for your nervous system. So yes, even if your hair is thinning or has gone completely, your scalp still needs care. What should you do? Use a mild shampoo or gentle cleanser. During your shower, Massage your scalp with your fingertips using small, circular motions. This isn't about scrubbing hard. It's about stimulating circulation, releasing tension, and keeping the skin healthy. You can even do a dry scalp massage before bed to relax your mind and help you sleep better. Taking care of your scalp isn't vanity. It's not just hygiene either. It's a small daily act that supports your whole body wellness from the top down. So the next time you're in the shower, don't skip your scalp. Because no matter what's growing or not growing on the outside, what's underneath still matters. Let me ask you something. When you take a shower, do you actually wash your feet? Or just let the water run over them and assume that's good enough? Don't worry, you're not alone. A lot of people, especially as they get older, believe a quick rinse will do the job. But the truth is, our feet need more care than almost any other part of the body. And yet, they're often the most neglected. Think about it. Your feet carry you through every single day. But with age comes changes. Reduced circulation, drier skin, and in some cases, conditions like diabetes. All of these make the feet especially vulnerable to problems like fungal infections, cracked heels, and even ulcers that just won't heal. To make matters more complicated, nerve sensitivity in the feet often decreases as we age. So what starts as a small irritation or infection might go completely unnoticed until it becomes something much harder to treat. But here's the good news. You don't need a fancy foot spa or special equipment. Just 5 to 10 seconds per foot can make a huge difference. During your shower, take a moment to gently clean between the toes, under the nails, and around the heels. Use a soft cloth or your hands with mild soap. Afterward, dry your feet thoroughly. Not just the tops, but between the toes too. That's where moisture hides and where fungus loves to grow. Then, take a few extra seconds to apply a moisturizer, especially around the heels. This keeps the skin soft and helps prevent cracks, which can be entry points for bacteria. And if bending down feels difficult, use a long-handled sponge or ask for help. Your feet are not just a part of your body, they're your foundation. When they're healthy, you move better, balance better, and live more independently. So next time you step into the shower, remember, don't just rinse and go. Reach down, take care of your feet. Because a few mindful seconds today could save you from weeks of discomfort tomorrow. Let's be honest, aging isn't about fighting against time. It's about learning to flow with it, with wisdom, grace, and care. And that journey doesn't depend on expensive creams, high-tech routines, or dramatic changes. More often than not, the secret lies in small, consistent habits. The ones that may seem ordinary, but quietly shape our comfort, confidence, and longevity over time. Hygiene is one of those habits. But let's redefine what it really means. Because hygiene isn't just about looking clean. It's about protecting your skin, your immune system, your independence, and your dignity. It's about choosing to give attention to the parts of your body that don't always ask for it, but desperately need it. The truth is, the areas we covered in this video, your feet, your scalp, under the breasts, your groin, your belly button, are rarely talked about, but often where trouble begins. And when problems arise in those spots, they don't just affect your body. They affect how you move, how you rest, and how you feel about yourself. But here's the hopeful part. You have the power to change that. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just give yourself a little more care, a little more time, and a little more presence in your daily routine. Because every act of care you offer your body, no matter how small, is a quiet form of respect. Respect for the years you've lived. Respect for the body that's carried you through them. And respect for the years still ahead. So, tomorrow morning, when you step into the shower, don't rush. Pause. breathe. And remember, these small acts aren't just routine. They're a form of love. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment below and share one hygiene habit you're going to carry forward starting today. Your story might inspire someone else to care for their health too. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps more older adults discover these essential health tips. Don't forget to subscribe to VitalAge Health for daily senior health tips that actually work. Want to know the body area most people miss that causes the dreaded senior smell? Watch this next. 99% of people don't know this one body area causes that senior smell. Clean it the right way. Thank you for watching. Your health, your dignity, and your independence matter every single day.